Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday. It's a great day. So come on in. If you can find this, just share it out with somebody. Let me see if I can find it. I believe I know where it's at. There we are. Good morning. I'm going to start putting this into the group. Catherine Kovacs, you found us. Good morning, honey. There we go. Maybe people can find us if we put it in the group. Did you find it, Jean? I'm putting it in Morning Cup of Joy. All right. So good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone's doing well today. Kathy Hand, good morning. Oops, my dinger on. That doesn't work so well, does it? Let me find it on my phone so I can watch the comments. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Facebook. Yeah. E7, you're here. Good morning, sweet one. All right, it is Sunday. We have a few people on. So let's get to our Sunday morning song. I think Kathy's here. She gets excited about the Sunday morning song. So let me get it queued up so we can all listen to it. And as we're listening to the beautiful words of this song, just envision the love in your heart, reaching your mind, and then reaching the divine. It is your favorite, I know, Kathy. Ricky and Josie, good morning. Happy Sunday to all. All right. So just let this song take you where it takes you. If that's gratitude, if it's joy, whatever it might be, just breathe in love and breathe out love as you listen to the song.
Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river and get down on your knees. Come to the mountain while taking in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. You're broken and you're shattered at point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river, where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. Oh yeah, I will fight. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. I will fight. So come to the water, where you will find peace. Take a step into the river and get down on your knees.
Love that song. And what it does for me is just reaffirms that it's safe. Because sometimes this world can look not so safe. Sometimes there's things that happen around us and it brings us to a lower vibration. But when I listen to this song, and I do come to the water wherever I'm at, whether that's the ocean, the lake, the river, it just brings me peace. And there's something about the water. The water's a conduit. And I think of Archangel Gabriel, who brings in the energy of the water, and Gabriel brings us clarity. So knowing and knowingness of what that means is that, yeah, when we come to the water, whether it's physically there in front of us or it's a show like this that can be your water, then you're coming to peace, you're coming to love, you're coming to acceptance and allowing each other to be what we are. Prachetta, hello. Jean Lorio, Auntie Jean, sitting here with me this morning. I'm so happy that you are here. And we're still in Florida, you guys. We're still in Fort Lauderdale, actually. And we'll be leaving out early Tuesday morning to go see our Stacy Small Lord up in, we'll be in Ocala. She's in New Smyrna. We're going to meet up and guess what? Auntie Jean's getting ready to have another first.
I'm going to see a manatee.
He's going to see the manatees. I'm so excited. I love the autocorrect. The autocorrect thought you said humanity. You're going to see humanity. Yeah, we're going to see humanity. Okay. So, how's everybody doing? It's Sunday, the first day of the week, and setting intentions Sunday. So today is when you see and state how your week's going to be. How's your week going to be? Is there something you want to do? I know for Jean and I, we want to see the manatees. We want to see Stacy and maybe Suzanne, hopefully. Suzanne, I understand you're flying to Florida, and that's where we're at. So possibly if we can just sit together for a few minutes, that would be awesome. Get a big hug from you.
Prachetta is here.
Yes, I said good morning, Prachetta. Yeah, Jean's still on her first cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And I'm actually drinking coffee this morning. I just wanted it, and I love that. So many people say, I can't quit drinking coffee because I'm addicted to it. And I'm sure that's true, but I love coffee. and I haven't had it in a little bit. So this morning I wanted a cup of coffee. And so I treated myself. Instead of my normal warm water, I'm having warm coffee. So cheers, everyone. And my cup says, there's no place like home. And for me, home is wherever I am. Wherever that angel mobile drives into, that's home. And wherever, whatever house I'm in along the way with the peas, that's my home. So I am so happy to be on this journey of home and peace and love. Hope Wellington Marshall. Good morning, darling, to you and Zena. And Annie 7 is eating breakfast, white gravy and biscuits and sausage. And Grayson is having a stomach virus this morning. Oh, poor Grayson. We've been praying for that stomach to straighten up and for Grayson to feel better. Kathy says, this song reminds me that I really do find peace by water, and I can bring others to this peace as well. The part of being broken and shattered reminds me of my Colin, and I want him to know that I am here to help and support him. Absolutely, Kathy. Good morning, Dolores. Thank you for being here this morning. And Kathy says, oh no, Jean will want to get into the water and hold a manatee. I don't think there's such a thing as swimming with the manatees, but you know, you can swim with dolphins. And I so wanted that to happen, but we didn't get that chance when we were down in the Keys. We drove by the place, but we didn't go in. Hi, Joanne New. Thank you for being here. Sweetheart, I'm so glad you're here this morning. And Annie says, I'm so blessed to have met you and Auntie Jean. Oh, we feel like we were the blessed ones, Annie, meeting you and Grayson and you having us in your wonderful home. Okay, so I think it's time for the blog from last night. Anybody read the blog yet? Well, I'm going to read it to you because that's what I've been doing in the mornings. So let's see where it's at here. It is called Just Do It. Those angels can be kind of funny sometimes. So I have a quote from Paramahansa Yogananda that says, I don't want people to think that they can attain realization simply by listening to others or by reading books. They must practice what they read and hear. Boy, do I agree with him. Life is not about passively listening and learning. In my experience, real learning comes from doing. I love reading and studying what the great masters have to say. It inspires me, but it does not fulfill me until I apply it in my own life. The teachings of the masters are a beginning point, a discussion starter, if you will. It is up to us to go deeper in understanding and then integrate it in our lives. Dear angels, I know we tend to make our lives more complicated than they need to be. We all, we have all we need as far as information and guidance, and yet we question and doubt even the simplest things sometimes. Thank you for opening doors that lead us exactly where we need to go to receive messages and teachings. Dear ones, honor your journey by listening and then processing the information. Your brain may act like a computer as you absorb what you are feeding it, but there is so much more to life than taking in information. As a baby learns what it is taught, it then has to do something with that information, or else it will have to be bottle fed and diaper changed its whole life. You learn to move forward. If you are not stretching and growing, you will not have that forward momentum to propel you to a higher state of consciousness. As you process what you are learning, always check in with your higher self to see, first of all, if you understand the lesson, and then ask how to proceed further with what you have been given. Remember that you are a creator. You are learning to be able to take that teaching to a higher level for yourself, but also for humanity. The greatest innovators and creators of your time realize this. See them as your mirrors and understand that all that innovation and information is also inside of you. You are an amazing creation who came to earth for such a time as this. Stand in that divine promise and rise up to your true potential. You've got this. So today, angels, I promise to use my creative power to propel me forward in my journey. What promise can you make today to the angels and to yourself of just doing it? You know, I think for me, it's such a profound lesson to just experience this thing called life. But also, like I said, I love reading. I love listening to someone who was so instrumental in opening up to us what's available. The meditations, you know, Yogananda came to the United States and taught yoga. He was the father of yoga here in this country. And he enlightened us to so much, not just yoga, but meditation, and really fully having more of an understanding of God, and especially of Jesus. So I love reading his writings and listening to him. There's actually some videos on YouTube that share his voice and share when he was out and about. I know it was a long time ago, but he was recorded. And I just love listening to the original voice of some of these people. The same thing with Neville Goddard. He was recorded also. And Neville had, an accent that's kind of hard to follow. I don't remember exactly what country he was from, but when we listen for the message and just put aside that it's different than the way you talk or I talk, and just listen for that message that's in there. And the same thing with the writings. You know, we can read them, we can listen to them, but what is our higher self saying about those messages? And how are we going to take it and run with it? How are we going to go forward with it? A lot of people followed Dolores Cannon, if you know who that is. And now there's this huge amount of people that do past life regressions because of her. She was the first one. She was the pioneer that taught us that, yeah, you can go deeper and you can understand the prior life streams that you had before you came into this one. Or to me, my understanding is that it happens simultaneously, that everything is happening, not happened. And so open up to whatever your higher self is telling you. So let's see what the comments are happening here. Auntie Jean says, I saw a sticker once that said, when we are broken, that is when the light can get in. Oh, that's so true, Jean. It's those moments that we think that everything's falling apart, that it's really falling together. And the angels have shared with me that those moments when we think that we can't go forward, we can't put even one foot in front of another, they're on each side of us. They're holding us up. They're helping us to see that, yes, we can just do it. Yes, we can move forward. So thank you for that, Jean. And Joanne says, that's perfect timing. Kathy did most of her housework yesterday, and she has sausage gravy and biscuits too, Annie. And today you and Bob are, I lost the comment. Plan to talk to Colin to set boundaries. Good. Yes, you do. You have to take care of yourself. You have to prioritize And, you know, if you're not strong, and that means taking care of yourself, setting healthy boundaries, following through, then it's going to be the same old, right? Every day will be the same. So set your boundaries, and this is for all of us. Know your limits of what you will accept, and just stretch yourself and find out, what is it that I need to know? What is my lesson all about here? I had a huge lesson yesterday in patience, but also in awareness. You know, when in trust. But when we're rushed, when we feel like, you know, we're just all caught up in something that has to be done, and we're focused on getting that job done. You know, we had a project. We were moving where we were to a different place, and which means we had to get everything out of the condo we were in. And I thought I had everything, and I didn't. Didn't have something very important. I left it sitting behind, right by the door, as a matter of fact, but I didn't know that it was there until I started looking for something, and I couldn't find my backpack, which I have been using as a purse, because I don't like either one, actually, but, you know, we have to carry something to put our stuff in. And I had left my backpack with some very important papers in it at the condo we had just left. So thankfully, after tearing the car apart, checking everywhere, realizing it wasn't there, thankfully it was where I had left it, and I was able to retrieve it. But in that moment of spinning, I went into a low vibration. And it was a huge lesson for me to first be more aware, and second, to trust that the angels have our backs always, always. Because Jean was praying her hardest. I just said, okay, angels, you know I need this. I don't want to have to go through the hassle of renewing my passport at this point, when, you know, I'm only going to be here a little bit longer in Florida, and I would have to be here to do that. So, yeah, it was a big lesson. So let me see what's going on in the comments. Blue is here. Blue, are you still out west, or are you back home to your beautiful babies? Deirdre, good morning. Good morning. Marietta, hello. Hello, everybody who's coming in. And thank you for being here. Okay, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about all of this, while you are putting in what your intentions are for this week. I intend to have a smooth week. That's my intention. I intend to do the things I need to do and get her done, and then motivate on up to Ocala, Florida, which is in the middle of the state. I intend that everything is going to go with ease and grace. And I intend to learn one thing this week. I don't know what it is, but I'm just putting that out there as an intention for myself to learn something this week. All right. So, Kuan Yin, I think I got it sideways. There she is. And Annie seconds that. A smooth week. Yeah. This
Oh,
it looks like a bear, a polar bear, maybe. I know, it's fuzzy tail. Maybe it's a stuffed bear. But what did Kathy say? Kathy said, exactly right, Teri. We haven't been good about following through. It's like the saying that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I feel like I'm on some crazy amusement park ride and can't get off of it. Well, you can. It's up to you to get off. You can stop it at any moment, Kathy. At any given moment, you can start that slate fresh and new and create it the way you want it to be.
Oh,
And Blue is still out west. Our friend may be too ill to see us. She may never know I was here. Oh, sweetheart, I think she knows. Her heart knows. But praying for whatever is the best in that situation for you, Blue. All right, so what does Kuan Yin have to say? The magic of the moon to manifest. Just as the light of the moon ebbs and flows, all things happen according to a timing that benefits the greater garden of life. How short-lived that garden would seem if all flowers bloomed at once and then it was over. As the next moon grows full, set your intention. Your time for blossoming is near. I love that card. Your time for blossoming is near. And it's so true. And it's like the trees also, Jean. Jean was noticing that as we were in New England and all that wonderful color and the leaves all, not all, but many of the leaves changing and falling off, and there were bare trees, that the green of the evergreen trees just was more prolific. It just seemed more and more beautiful as it stood there beside all that color. It's like it made it shine as well, didn't it? Just really came forward because it was surrounded by all that beauty, and it was beautiful in its own right. So that's a lesson for us as well, that even if we're surrounded by someone that we think is more beautiful, is more regal, has more finesse or whatever, that even if we're standing by them, we still are just as beautiful, as regal as they are. So there's no comparisons. That's, I think, the huge message in that lesson, that even though those leaves are what people come to look at, thousands and thousands of visitors come every year to that New England area to see the change of the leaves. And they get to see those green trees as well. So
they make each other beautiful.
they do. It's all in its own beauty, and that's how we are in our human body. Excuse me, we're in our own beauty. So Kathleen Caputo, good morning. She says, I intend to file a mountain of papers sitting on my desk again. Isn't it funny how that happens? I used to have a desk. Years ago, I had a desk and
a roof.
I used to have a roof. I used to have a bed. But on my desk, I would have a tray that was my to-do tray. And it never seemed to be empty. It never seemed to all go over in that to-done tray to get filed away. It just stayed kind of a to-do. So now I have to-dos, but it's of a different variety, and it's really fun. I have fun to-dos now. Marietta, let's all learn to use our intuition to trust the divine guidance from within. Absolutely. And Marietta, I love that you brought that up. Our dear friend Deb Goldberg has a book coming out very, very soon. I'll be promoting the heck out of it because I know what a great writer Deb Goldberg is. And her book is called Intuition, and it will be on Amazon. So I'll let you all know as soon as I know from her. I know she's going to run a special when it comes out, so you can get it very inexpensively. So I will let you know. And Kathy says, yes, Kuan Yin, it is my time for sure. It is, Kathy. It's time. And I think Kuan Yin's been giving you this message for a bit now, that it's time for you to set your boundaries, stay strong and firm, and blossom, because that's what happens when we let go, when we're not wrapped up in all the stress, cocooned in all of that anxiety and worry. Worry does nothing for anything on the planet other than bring the vibration down. Put an A instead of an O in worrier, and what do you get? Jean?
Oh, I was trying to write a message. Oh no.
Oh, if you change in worrier, put an A, what do you get?
Well, he put an A, yeah, warrior.
Warrior.
Oh, yeah, warrior.
Yeah.
Which I've changed my O to an A.
Yay! And we all can do that when we find ourselves caught up in anxiety and worrying about a situation. Just say, no, I am not a worrier. I am a warrior. And what a difference. One little letter. What a difference there is in the perspective, in the attitude. So I challenge all of you who are warriors, all of you who have that energy going on when you think about things you have to do or situations in your life that are challenges, just change that O, throw it out the door and put an A in there. Become the warrior that you are. You are a spiritual warrior, and you are a force to be reckoned with when you accept that you are a warrior with an A, and that you can move forward with strength. And you have the power of the universe behind you. And Blue says, yes, we said that prayer also. I am happy with whatever happens. Being with my other friend at this time is a graceful blessing. Yay, I'm so glad. And Joanne said, that's so true. Admire the beauty in all different shapes and forms. Oh, Kathleen has no discipline when it comes to putting things away or cookies. Well, I have to tell you, I feel like I do have a lot of willpower. I don't always use it, but but when I make my mind up about something, I really do have good willpower. I'll admit that to myself now. And I have been on a journey for, is it 2 weeks now or 3 weeks, where I realized that about 2.5 weeks, where I realized I was really being destructive to my own body. And I wasn't honoring that even a little change will make a difference. Just a little change, cutting out certain foods that are not good for me and cutting out things that are destructive to my cells in my body, because I can't handle certain foods. They don't do well inside of my body, and my digestive system doesn't process them. So I made that change, and boy, am I happy about that. Just that little bit of tweaking was the momentum I needed to go forward healthier. I feel the healthiest I felt in years. And it feels so good to just not have that, whatever it is. Like one of the things I cut out is wheat. Do you know how hard it is to cut out wheat? Have you ever tried? Because it is hard. There's wheat in almost everything and sugar in almost everything. And those are two of the things I cut out. And it's so easy now for me to go through a day. And I've also incorporated intermittent fasting. So when I get up in the morning, I feel great. I feel so wonderful because my body didn't have to work so hard overnight. And it feels fresh and clean and ready to greet a new day. So just sometimes tweaking a little bit makes a huge difference. But when you're on something like that, where you're paying attention, you do have to have willpower, or there's things that you're just going to slip right back into the old, same old, and expect that you'll be okay, just like what Kathy was talking about earlier. You know, when we do the same thing and we expect it to turn out differently, That's just insanity. It really is. So I choose not to be insane anymore. I choose to be sane and to love myself and to honor my being that I'm in for whatever time I have left in this being. And let's see what we got going on. Deirdre says, I also see this time's been calling to you for a while now. Blessed to be a part of your journey, Kathy. Yeah, absolutely. And Jean Lorio says, Grace Isis, where are you? I'm missing you so much. We do miss our Gracie. Bonnie Rockin' Crystals is watching. Rocks and Crystals. I love that. Well, Bonnie, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Is that my Bonnie from out west? Let me know if that's you.
Hope is not doing well. She's coming
Aw, Hope says, hi, Peas. Had a rough couple of nights. And to my surprise, Zena has logged on to morning cuppa, and that's what has just woken me up. My kidneys are causing me to experience the feeling of something biting me internally all over. Please, can I be sent some healing? Please, and so it is. And thank you, Zena. Thank you, Zena. Oh, darling Hope. I know that pain all too well. When I was in kidney failure, I had like a pins and needle feeling all over my body. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't get comfortable. It was a horrible feeling. So, darling, I'm right there with you. I understand that pain, and we're all wrapping our arms of love around you. And I want you to become a warrior. Just put that A in there and become that warrior in your own life. That's what I want from you and for you. And Auntie Jean, yes, we wish we were there to help her. Tammy Fisk, good morning. And Kathleen says, just keep the cookies out of her house. I agree. And Kathy says, Zena, please let your mom know that she is in our hearts and prayers. Thank you. You're such a loving son. Thank you for taking care of your mother. Blue talked to Dave last evening. It rained until 1 p.m. yesterday. Then Dylan came over and helped him cut firewood. I'm so thankful for Dylan and Brookie, feeling blessed and lucky. Absolutely. Thank you, Dylan, for doing that. And Bonnie says, yes, I'm in California. Okay, so you're not my Bonnie that has the big crystal called Baby. That's who I thought it might be. But Bonnie, what part of California are you in? And welcome to the morning show and to the Angelic River family. And Blue is sending Hope some healing. And we're all welcoming Bonnie. See, this is a great, friendly place of people filled with love. So thank you for being with us. Yes, I did, Catherine Kovacs. I can read it again. Kuan Yin had a great message for us this morning. Oh, you're in Sacramento. I have a friend there in Sacramento. So if I get through that way again when I'm out west, I will definitely give a shout out to you and see if you want to meet up in person. So the Kuan Yin card was the magic of the moon to manifest. Just as the light of the moon ebbs and flows, all things happen according to a timing that benefits the greater garden of life. How short-lived that garden would seem if all flowers bloomed at once and then it was over. As the next moon grows full, set your intention. Your time for blossoming is near. And today is Setting Intention Sunday. That's what we do on Sundays to propel us into the week, and we know a direction to go in. So whatever you want to see happen in your life this week, just pull out that slate. It's a blank slate, and pull it out and let's create it. I say let's because we support each other. Whatever your vision is, whatever you want to have happen, we're right there with you. We're your cheerleader. We say, just like the angels say, you've got this, you can do it. And we're happy to do that. We're happy to hold you up into the light for that to come to fruition for you. So thank you to those who shared what your intention is for this week. And those of you who are still thinking about it, maybe just hold that in your heart when we go into our prayer time, which is like now. and if you have any prayers that you want to add, let's remember our blue Jean, who flew out of her comfort zone and went out west to be with a friend who's very ill, and praying for that friend, Blue, and hoping for the very best outcome, whatever Spirit has for her. And Kathy says, I'm going to get my Kuan Yin deck that Jean gifted me and find that card and use it as my bookmarker. Oh, yeah, it's called The Magic of the Moon to Manifest, and it's Kuan Yin with, I don't know, a bear maybe, something with a bushy tail. It's really hard to tell what that is. I think it's a bear. I don't know. But anyway, I encourage you to do that, Kathy, and really look at that message every day. Thank you, Annie7. We're sending love to Blue. And Annie says, Auntie Jean Lorio and Teri Angel, give Stacy a big hug for me and hold her tight. We most certainly will. I can't wait for Jean to meet her. I've known Stacy since way before the pandemic and before we started gathering together across the world on this morning show. And she's a very dear friend of mine. Catherine Kovac says, healing for me and to get to my creativity and to get my creativity flowing. Sue Seekoff on Enlightened World Network on YouTube. Thank you for being with us this morning. I hope you have a peaceful day as well, Sue. And Blue says, thank you. She's a very big spirit and I can certainly feel her. Absolutely. Marietta says, we are taking Good Girl Pearl and Mr. Wiggles out on Sweet Dreams today. The first time for Mr. Wiggles, and fingers crossed. Oh, that sweet baby. He's going to love that. And Annie says, I'm so happy. So happy everyone's getting to meet you. Yes, I'm very happy for our Auntie Jean that she gets to meet these beautiful peas. And Kathy says, I can't wait for pictures. That Manatee Park is beautiful. A really nice gift shop there, Auntie Jean. Oh boy, we have no room in the inn.
Nothing small.
If you could only see our cart. Well, we could get rid of some things now. We have this huge bag full of food that we cart everywhere we go. And it seems to just grow instead of diminish. So I think we can probably sift through some stuff and release some of the things that are taking up room in the Angel Mobile as we move back to the West Coast. Josie Pond, good morning. Thank you for being here. All right, so any other prayer requests, just type those into the comments. Julie Kiss, good morning, sweet Julie. I bet you're cold up there in upstate New York. We're warm down here in Florida. Mm-hmm. Actually, it's not bad. It's a really good temperature. It's a good time to be here in Florida right now because it's not super hot like Florida tends to be most of the time. But it is a good temperature. We're not shivering and we're not sweating. So I guess we're right there at that perfect temperature. And Blue says, love pictures. There's Mel. You can send things to Jean's house. Well, that's very true. And I have even said that many times now, Blue. We can box some things up and send them on their way ahead of us. But I think the house is probably already packed to the gills with boxes that we've been sending there. And so Ron is probably having the conniption, like, where are we going to put all this stuff? What are we going to do with all this stuff? And Marietta says, remember to smile because spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. Julie Kiss, what? Julie's going to be in Florida on Wednesday. All right, we need details.
Yes, we
Julie.
do.
We are headed out of Fort Lauderdale on Tuesday, headed toward the middle of the state. So let us know if, oh my gosh, my heart would be so happy to meet you in person, Julie. I would absolutely love that. So let us know if we can meet up. Oh, awesome. All right. So getting distracted here, but it was a good distraction. Thank you, Julie, for letting us know you're going to be down here. So our prayer time this morning, any intention that you have, hold that in your heart. Hold in your heart how you would like to see anything change or shift for you, what you would like to create, what you would like to enjoy during your time here on earth. So just hold that thought as we go into our breath. Breathe right into your heart center. Fill your lungs up completely. Just see that energy flowing in. And let's flow it in colors. So as you breathe, and you know that the breath is coming to you, the love is coming to you from the divine, what's flowing into your heart? What's touching you and blessing you right now? So what color is that breath as you breathe it into your lungs? I'm seeing pink in mine. I see this beautiful love energy flowing to me from the Creator, from Divine Mother, from Christ, from the angels. I'm just feeling the love right now, feeling supported, feeling seen and acknowledged. And I know that the intention I set forth is already done. I'm already on the other side of it. I've already had a beautiful, smooth, and easy week. I've already created something in my life that will be a lesson for me. So whatever your intention is, see what color comes in for you. See what you're surrounded by. Maybe it's strength to be that warrior. Maybe it's fortitude. Maybe it's green for healing. Whatever color you're breathing in, just acknowledge it. Just say thank you. Thank you for showing up for me as I show up for others in the world, as I remember to learn my lessons and then act on them, to actually do that which I'm here to do in the world. So keep breathing in the love, breathing in the light, and exhaling out anything that's unlike love. Let go of any doubts. Let go of any insecurities, anything that's telling you that you can't accomplish what you want to do, that you can't have what you want to have. Just breathe that out on your out breath and then smile, as Marietta reminds us, and breathe that love in again and let it fill you completely. And maybe your color changes with your next breath. Maybe you're breathing in more than one energy. It might be peace this time, a peace that will come over you and really consume your being, just like if you were sitting on a beach listening to the waves, or at a calm lake, or a gently flowing brook. Come to the water, come to peace, and allow yourself to be lifted up by that energy so that whatever you want to manifest, whatever is your intention, it will come to you with ease and grace, and that energy will keep flowing in your life because it's a shift, it's a change. And sometimes when we just change our perspective, we get into that groove of ease and grace, and we stay there. Let's remember to lift up everyone on our prayer list today. everyone who's in struggle or challenge, those that may be facing their last days here on earth, those family members of the ones who just left. Just lift everyone on our prayer list, including everyone in our family, our beautiful angelic river family. We lift all of you up every day. And now let's love on each other. We do this every day as part of this morning get together. We call it the heart telephone, thanks to Deirdre. And we do it on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. Thank you all for joining in today. We had a beautiful group today for the Sunday morning. I've been noticing lately that the Sunday morning participation had dwindled, and we usually only have a handful. Today, we have a beautiful gathering, and I'm so happy that you all are here. And I did a little experiment without you knowing it this morning. I only went on one channel, and I know that's been something that you all desired, to just all be together in the same place. So that's what I made happen today. And we are on YouTube, but on Facebook, we're only on one channel. And let's see, what did I miss while we were doing that? Julie would love to meet up with us. Please send me a message, Julian, and let us know if we can get that happening. Teri Doro, thank you for being here with us today. And Julie says, prayers for all in need. And Blue, blessings for my sweet little house. Pocky is looking for me. Wizzy is crazy worried. Let's turn her into a warrior instead of a warrior. Gizmo and Lulu hide under the bed. Dave, missing him, and I'm starting to get homesick. Don't know how you did what you're doing, Jean. She gets a little homesick. She does.
You but you know, I'll never be here to see humanity again. So
True. Maybe a once in a
well,
lifetime
not in this
opportunity.
lifetime.
Yeah.
So,
Unless you convince Ron that he needs to come see humanity. Oh, Kathy says, oh my gosh, Jean Moria, when I opened the box of Wild Kuan Yin, guess what card was on top? Yep, the same card Teri pulled. It truly is magic of the moon to manifest. EIWP. Oh, I just got chills with that. That's awesome, Kathy Hand. Oh, Kathy, you did notice that we're all on one channel. Yeah, we're all one. And Blue says, thank you. I love you. It's a bit of the early side here for Sunday, heading down my Reiki list, starting with hope. Absolutely. Wrapping our beautiful arms of love around our Hope Wellington Marshall. All right, I'm going to see if we can play our Leo to get us out of here, because it is that time. I'll be back on later this morning with the silent meditation at 11 o'clock Eastern. So hopefully you can join in for that. Catherine, EIWP means everything is working perfectly. And Alexa is still not a happy Alexa. So let me see if I can pull our Leo up from YouTube, and we'll play him that way. Let's see, where are you? Leo, come on in and sing to us.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready, because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One of it. Peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we there. We create a portal where we can be together. Our telephone is always one phone call away. Waiting on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peace and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peace and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peace and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peace and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on the high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peace and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on the high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peace and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy.
Anybody want to share what color you get in that prayer? I saw
Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy.
you know, we look so excited. We are going to get to see manatees, and she's very excited about that. I think you're excited about seeing Stacy as well.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't wait for that union to see them together, because I love both of them so dearly, and it'll be great to be there with Stacy. And today we have another adventure. I don't believe, have you ever walked a labyrinth, Jean?
Never.
So Jean and I'm taking her to another first, one of my favorite places here in South Florida. And it's Duncan Conference Center in Delray. They have an outdoor labyrinth that anybody can go to at any time to walk it. They also have a beautiful indoor labyrinth. I'm hoping we'll be able to get in there. We'll see. Right, the heart.
The heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
I think it was a chain, wasn't it?
It's lights. Yeah, a chain with lights. Yeah. So she gets to go and walk a labyrinth today. Yay, that's going to be fun, and meet another friend, another part of our P family, Tina Vallant. And yeah, life is exciting. You guys, make yours exciting. Live your dreams, whatever it is that you set your intention to do. Just go follow that dream. I love you all so much. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed. And thank you to all the new people who showed up today. And hopefully you'll be back. We'd love to see you come back. And we'll see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone. Love you so much.